Hello, welcome everyone. I'm KRITA, and today we are going to see which is better, Photoshop, an app you pay for $20 a month or $240 a year, versus KRITA, which is a completely free app to use. Also, before anything else, neither programs are sponsoring this video, so no bias against either of them. Now, first we're going to do Photoshop. Also, if you're wondering, I am drawing Katarina from My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom. I highly recommend the anime, but this video isn't about the anime, it's about the drawing programs. But if you guys want to see a video about that, let me know by dropping a like. Now, this is the first time I'm using Photoshop, so if you see me click on random buttons or mess up on something, that's why. So now, to get Photoshop, you have to pay a monthly subscription. It's not a one-time purchase. You have to pay $20 a month, which is a little pricey. But if you are enrolled in a college like me, you get the amazing discount of all Adobe apps for $20 a month. That's right, guys. Now, while using Photoshop, it kind of did have a learning curve, but once I got used to it, it was pretty easy to use. I like how you could have so many brushes with so many textures, especially since Photoshop provided most of the brushes that I'm using. They're completely free on their website, you don't have to pay for them, and they're pretty good. Now, I know that KRITA has the ability to make custom brushes. I just don't know how to do that even after searching it up. But the way Photoshop had it set up, it was so easy to learn. Like, it took me 5 minutes to learn. I also like how Photoshop asks for what you want in a layer when you create a new layer. I know this seems like a really small and nitpicky detail, but it really helped me to start naming layers, as before I totally didn't name my layers. Well, in KRITA you have to double click to rename the layer or to right click to change properties. Some of the things I had to get used to from KRITA were mostly shortcuts. If you don't know what a shortcut is, it's basically where a key on your keyboard does something when you click it. For example, in Photoshop, the shortcut for the eyedropper tool is I, while in KRITA it's Control. This isn't really a shortcut, but in KRITA I used my mouse to zoom in, but now I have to go to the magnifying tool in Photoshop to zoom in, which was actually pretty easy to get used to. I thought that would get on my nerves every time, but ever since I got my drawing tablet. KRITA has great brushes and really easy layout with almost no learning curve. KRITA is a really great program for artists who just got a drawing tablet and are learning how to do digital art. KRITA also is more well known, so it's easier to find tutorials. I know that's a problem when getting free art programs, is that they aren't well known and the only instructions you have is the manual that comes with it, which isn't very helpful for a lot of people who kind of need to see what exactly is happening. And if you just go onto YouTube and search up KRITA tutorials or KRITA, you'll get so many tutorials from people. It's great. Now there are some questions about the art programs, like what about Adobe Illustrator? Do I need Photoshop to be good at art? So Adobe Illustrator uses vectors, and what vectors are they basically made so no matter if the image is 10 times the size or 100 times the size, it's still good quality. Adobe Illustrator is normally used for posters, logos, and whatnot, mostly for those type of things. Not exactly art related. I mean, it can be used for that, but it's not very as easy as it is to use Photoshop. Photoshop's mostly a photoshopping program, but it works just as well as an art program, so a lot of people use it as an art program. And no, you do not need Photoshop to be good at art. You just need to find an art program that works with you, that you like, that has a layout you like, whether it be Paint Tool, SAI, or GIMP. If it fits your style and how you like to do things, then that's your art program. Don't be ashamed if you use a free or cheap art program, because what matters is that you like it and that's usable, you know? So my overall thoughts on KRITA and Photoshop. I do really like Photoshop. It has a lot of good qualities to it. Although for the price, normally for taking it by the $20 per month thing for just Photoshop, it is a little pricey. And if you're an art student or a student in general that does art, like you're not exactly an art student, you should totally get Photoshop because it's great to use, especially if you're going into like more digital art and animation. You should also get Adobe Animate, which is also really easy to use. And you should totally get it if you can get it. But if you can't get it because you're then you should just use KRITA. It's just as good, almost just as good, because it's just Photoshop is not motivation to draw as much, and I was just not wanting to draw. Even when I did draw, I didn't want to record it, because then, you know, I don't know if I don't know, probably most of you guys probably don't know this, but it's like, it feels weird to be recorded while drawing. It's kind of like when, as like one of those artist pet peeves where somebody's looking over your shoulder and they're like, "Are you drawing?" Obviously not the same thing, but you still have a pair of eyes looking at it. It's easier to post something on Instagram or so to just post it on Instagram, not posting the progress of how you got there. But I'm trying to get better at that, so hopefully I can